Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to another technical analysis video. Today we're going to be covering Everdome, the ticker is DOME against USDT, so that's Dome on the weekly time frame here. Now I've got two EMAs on the chart right now, so I've got the EMA 20 and the EMA 10. The EMA 10 is this blue line coming down here, and this EMA 20 is the yellow. Now I have got this pattern that I've noticed here for Dome on the charts. You've got basically a series of higher lows working your way up here through this level of support, this ascending support, and you've also got this horizontal level of resistance in regards to closes that I do believe you're sort of pressing towards and currently trying to break through. So if we do see Dome start to close and put in a higher close above 0.00313, I do think potentially you've got some sort of movement to the upside in the near short term, and what we could be looking at is a potential breakout here. This is the bullish case, okay, because you're holding the 10 beautifully right here, okay. If you could start to break out, run into this 20, you know, coil up, come back for support on this rate, on this area, on this previous resistance, you know, turn that resistance into support, come back for it and start to break out. I think potentially the lows are in here for Dome, because once you look at all this gap here, okay, all you had was complete crash. There was no chill. You could have this complete same thing, okay, when in regards to melting through and up to previous areas of resistance. So what I'm looking for here is a clean breakout, and potentially what you've got is this ascending triangle where you've got higher lows, okay, a horizontal level of support, and once you do start to break this resistance line that you've been hitting your heads on and closing above it and holding it as support, you could be looking for that could be a continuation signal and confirming, you know, we're looking to meet a technical target. But what is the technical target of that breakout? Well, the breakout target of this ascending triangle is from the start of the pattern down to the neckline of the ascending support. So wherever you break out, you'd be looking to see Everdome pump up to 0.00681. That is the technical target of that breakout. Again, it is just an ascending triangle pattern. We do need to see confirmation, a breakout, a hold of support, and especially on the weekly time frame here, get back above this weekly 20. Because you can see what Dome's done is basically put in a really impulsive low. It's worked its way back up to the 10. It hit its head on the 10 a couple of times, okay, it's been melting around for it. Right now you're above it, you're holding it as support, and you're looking for a push. We need to see a nice clean push through here, a follow through and a breakout, holding support and attacking this EMA as it's coming down. Because you can see this 10 EMA is starting to creep up, and as this creeps up and the 20 comes down, you're going to get something called an EMA squeeze, which is where the two EMAs are sort of coming together and the price potentially could be coiling up between the two EMAs, looking for a break either to the upside, or you're looking to start reversing and retracing back down to local lows. So it's a very key point in time, I think, for the markets as well. Bitcoin is sort of you know, the past month, the start of this year has been very fruitful. Altcoins are starting to pick up. You know, there's been gains everywhere. It's lovely to see, but we need to see confirmation. We need to see back tests of support. We need to turn previous resistance into support and continue to hold that. So I'm expecting a last little leg for Bitcoin up to around 26k potentially in the next coming few days, maybe, who knows. Again, nothing that I say is financial advice, it's all educational entertainment purposes only. But if Bitcoin does put that leg in, we could see alts here push up, and again, we're closing above the 10 EMA here. If we can get continuous closes above that and tackle this resistance, I think the 20 is a minimum target for me. I really do think the 20 would be a minimum target, because again, once you start getting back above the EMAs, working your way back above them and breaking out of certain resistance points, that's your confirmation signal, okay, that you're starting to push up, and that is the next target, the weekly 20. And that's not been back tested since actually Everdome was probably pretty much incepted back in February, March times 2022. So we could be looking for a nice little leg. If we did get the breakout from current prices up to that 20, you got to bear in mind it is creeping down. So if we come across a bit, I think you'd be looking for a 27 to 30% pump, and basically filling in these wick candles here too. You can see that this current wick, which could act as a resistance as well, ties up just shy of the weekly 20. So do look for that in the coming weeks, okay. If we get the breakthrough through this 0.000313, I think it was, or something like that, if we get the breakthrough through that, I think the 20 is the minimum target. But in the longer term outlook of things, we go from this local low, retracing back up to our last sort of support area. We had support and then we met resistance. So this is the last resistance point. We've not back tested that for ages, or we haven't back tested it at all. So, you know, we just come straight down here. Potentially what's going on is we're working our way, trying to get a breakout. Again, let's see if this breakout ties up with anything here. So from there to there, when you do start to break resistance, or if we do start to break resistance, you can see the technical target brings you right up to the 702. And again, that's a potential long op of around, sorry, excuse me guys, 127%. Again, it doesn't have to happen. Does it have to happen? No. Okay, this could potentially be some sort of rising channel at the same time. If you start to lose support of this support line here, okay, that for me is, and start closing below that on the weekly, that for me is an indication you're potentially turning this to resistance and you're looking to retrace back down to these lows. So that's one of the indications that we need to see. You need to see the weekly closes continually above this support line. If Dome does get rejected and fails and turns this into resistance, then you're looking for a retracement, a larger retracement, potentially retracing back down to where you came from when you started this sort of support zone here for Dome. Okay, so the bullish scenario is breaking above the 20, getting above that impulsively, closing above 0.00313 on the weekly. You're looking to go long, okay, and at least get this EMA squeeze, which could lead to that breakout target, okay, of 126%. And the bearish scenario here is at the same time, I'm going to make this a bit more clearer for you guys. Because this at the same time, this could be quite a negative pattern that we're actually forming right now. We could be in some sort of bearish channel where you've come down in this sort of flag, and then you're working your way up between support and resistance. And if you see we do come up to this 20 and get rejected and actually come back down and lose this area of support and hit our heads on it, then potentially this is when you are sort of negating the fact, okay, this is an impulsive move and you're looking to break out, and instead it's just an impulsive corrective for the continuation of this downtrend. Okay, so we do need to be careful. We do need to monitor this key level of support here for Dome. You do need to get this on your charts, guys. Okay, you've got this level of support just shy of it here. You've got a level of support right here, and you can see you're sort of coiling up along this line looking for the retest of previous resistance. So that's what I'm looking for. You could trade the ranges, okay? Support, resistance, support, resistance, support, potentially resistance, support. And at this point, if you see the close on the weekly below it, that's your source and the confirmation of rejection on the resistance line. That's your confirm signal, okay, to come back going short again. So again, guys, good luck. Nothing that I say is financial advice. You've got two patterns potentially. This rising channel that if you get rejected by the 20, fail to break it and lose this support line, okay, that could be trouble. That's the bearish case. And the bullish case is you've on these candle closes here, if you start to see the close above 0.0313, again, you're in this sort of ascending triangle where you do break out. You have got a technical target of 173% back up to previous areas of support that could now long term be turned into resistance, at which you do come back for a bigger correction at that point. So I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, please do like, comment and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Until next time, from Chart Nerd TA, take care guys, peace out.